probably one of the best friends I've ever had. I met her. Andy is also one of the best friends who goes way back. We've known each other for more than 50 years, barely. And so when Andy hooked up with Lora, which was around 91 or 92, I met her through him, and we immediately hit it off. And in fact, the three of us, it was a very kind of symbiotic thing. I think that I became closer with Andy, even though I'd been good friends with him all this time, because she was kind of, I don't know, the three of us made a good team when they were living in the Bay Area. And I had had a connection with Lora before that time, however. When the Gulf War happened in 1991, I wrote a radical leaflet about it, and which was widely reproduced and so on. And I got, among other things, a postcard from Lora down in Palo Alto, which didn't say, well, it was just basically said, oh, this is great, keep it up, you know, radical social change or something. And so when I met her, she said, oh, do you remember I wrote you a year ago? And, so when we had gotten to know each other a little bit better, she came over to Berkeley Zen Center, where I practice regularly, and she went on a 3-day retreat there with me. And, you know, where we sit in silent meditation most of the day and all that. And she really got into that. I think she had already done some meditation before, but this was maybe a more ongoing, rigorous type. And during this, you have the option of having a one-on-one discussion with the teacher, who's named Mel Weitzman there. And so I recommended that she take that opportunity, so she signed up for that. And after the retreat was over, I asked her what happened, and she said she went into this thing where Mel was sitting there. It's a potentially kind of intimidating situation. You're with this teacher, and so they bowed to each other. She sat down and they bowed to each other, and then she looked in Mel's eyes and she said, let's cut the bullshit. And he said, okay. And then they had whatever discussion they had. She didn't go into detail about it. One thing I remember about her was, although she wasn't always upbeat, she was upbeat more than almost anybody I've ever known. And just some little thing would, I remember one time she was visiting my house, and there were a bunch of ants crawling across the sidewalk in front of my house. And she looked down and she said, oh, look at all those little Buddhas. And of course, for some people to say that, it would be just kind of a corny joke or exaggeration, but in her case, it was just, that's just how she felt, and so she just bubbled over with that. I know Lorraine mentioned that she was a hard worker during much of her life, but also, let's see, what was I going to say here? No, I lost my train of thought.